Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now this throw caught left side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. It's a slant to Hill. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember, earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game, as the Ravens push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us in.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now Kaepernick. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness.
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the Packers who get the win at home. Aaron Rodgers strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. Cooper Kupp up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one's at halftime with them leading the visiting New York Giants. A touchdown pass there for Jalen Hurts. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Here's Kaepernick. Short throw into the hands of the tight end Boyle.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and some room to work. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That's on Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce. Now Kaepernick. Quick slant to Brown. Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. This throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Phillip Lindsay with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And you figure after...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Kaepernick. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay.
77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Gets this one to use check. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On second down, right back to Lindsay.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No,
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. B.J. Hill in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered,